going to start today's webinar. Really, the emphasis of this webinar here is, especially when we're dealing with back to school, is what's the most effective and efficient way to engage our support team when you're placing an order. You need a quote for supplies, maybe even a follow-up for an invoice after your product has been received. And really what we want, the main reason that we want to do this now and share with you is because at PSS, we're serving and supporting over 2,600 schools, and we're still a small, medium-sized business. And the most effective ways to be able to take care of you is extremely important. So the first thing that I want to do is just show you our website. If nobody has gone to our website in the past to place supply orders, this will be a quick tutorial on how to do that. For folks that have, great. It is definitely the most efficient and effective way to get your order in. So the first thing is, if you go to our main website, which is pssk12.com, and then over here you'll see there's an icon for our supply shop. So if you click on the supply shop, what that's going to do is that's going to take you to our basically to our screen where you are able to place orders for supplies. Now, you'll notice on the left-hand side that we have two different models for ordering supplies. One is the Poster Maker 2.0 supplies. So basically, anyone who ordered a system from the very beginning of 2019 to present, this is going to be for you. And folks that still have our older system that we began selling in 2009 up until 2018 will have the Poster Maker 1.0 supplies. And then, of course, from here, you can also order supplies, lamination for your Cool Lam, as well as if you do have our Legacy Awards and More product, you can order supplies from there. So the other thing that is probably a good thing for you to do is, if it's your first time visiting our supply site to order, is to create a login for yourself. And basically, once you create a login, then what that will do is that will also give you a history of all the orders that you placed in the past. So if you wanted to order something similar again, you can just use one of your past orders and reorder from there. So very similar to any other type of e-commerce site. But once you break into which product that you're looking to order supplies for, from here, you can order supply packages, which is typically going to be a mix of your media as well as your ink. You can order just ink. You can order paper, specialty materials like vinyl, canvas, repositionable paper, things of that nature. And also, too, other consumables for your product might be time for a new print head, or you might have to get a maintenance cartridge that collects the ink. You can order those directly off of here as well. So once you choose which product that you want to do, your quantity, you can add those to the cart, just like, again, any other e-commerce site. From there, you can view your cart, and in your cart, you can change your quantities. You can update any of that so you can get an idea of how much your subtotal is going to be. And we only collect tax on the states that require us to. So really, North Carolina, South Carolina supplies will be taxed. If you are in one of the tax exempt states, then you don't have to worry about that, because there's not going to be any tax any tax added to your order. In addition to that, what's unique about our website too is, since we just deal with schools, is you can actually pay with a P card, a credit card, or we'll actually even take an approved purchase order number. So if you wanted to order and just put in your purchase order number from there, we'll begin the process right from there. Now, the third step, which is also to make your life a lot easier, is we know if you are submitting for an approved purchase order, sometimes you just need a quote. So from the website, you can actually even hit the Create a Quote button, which will take you to this page right here. And it will add in all of the items that you've already pre-selected in here. And all you have to do then is just fill in your school email, your school's name, first name, last name, and what state you're in. And our team will actually email you back a quote so that you can have it submitted for an approved purchase order. Again, the main reason that we wanted to do this is because working through our website is the most effective and efficient way, especially in the busy season. Secondary, I would say, if you do need to reach our customer support and operations team, then your next best would be if you could send us an email. And the best email to send that to is orders@pssk12.com. And we suggest that you send it to that email in particular instead of an individual on our team's email, because all it takes is that, one person that you're sending it to could be on vacation, could be traveling. It just slows down the entire process, where if you send it into the orders at email address, our entire team has access to that, and they'll be able to pick it from the queue and respond back to you a lot quicker. So really, that's the main reason that I wanted to show this part of it is really for your experience to be more effective and more efficient. Lastly, phone is probably the least effective way to communicate, and mainly because of what we found over 26 plus years of working in the education market is you get busy. As at the same time that we get busy. So you may be forced to leave a voicemail for us, in which obviously we'll return your call. But then a lot of times, if you're not there, or if we have to leave a voicemail for you, it just becomes a long drawn out voicemail game that if you were to do it through our website or secondary emailing to orders at, we get you in the queue, we know exactly what you need, and we're going to be able to respond to you a lot quicker without having to play that voicemail tag game. In addition to that, when you do, after you've sent in any kind of request for us, we do ask, especially if you're new to communicating with PSS, is to check your junk email folder. We've had a number of times where, we'll finally get in contact with you. It may be via phone or another channel, and say, hey, we're waiting for your email back. And then we say, hey, if you could just check your junk email, and it's been sitting in there for a day or two. So especially in the beginning of communicating with us, just to get into the habit of checking your junk mail ahead of time too, you'll find that 90% of the time that it's going to be in there. We do respond within 1 business day. So within a business day, you should have a response from us via email back. In addition to that, there are going to be times too where someone's going to need to contact us from a support perspective. So contacting us via support, you can put in a support request through our website, which is exactly the same, and that's going to go to our service team. But if you need to email them as well, again, I would encourage not to email individuals. We try to be fair and give everybody PTO and let them take vacation throughout the year. And we wouldn't want to get it hung up in their own personal email box for a week if they're not there. So if you could email any support questions to service@pssk12.com. But again, first and foremost, if you could just do it through the website, there is a support section in there too, where you can put in a request. You can put as much details, and we encourage you, whether you're emailing us or reaching out to us via the website, to putting as much details that you could in there, whether it's from a support perspective or what products that you do need, because then again, that's going to cut down on a lot of the back and forth. And especially with back to school, how busy that could end up being. The next thing that I wanted to touch on was also when ordering supplies, having an idea of what to order. We share with our customers, and it's good to share here too, is that we look at a ratio of 5-1. So the 5-1 ratio is basically meaning that for every 1 set of ink that you order, that's going to equal out to about 5 rolls of paper. Okay, so this is just to help you, especially at end of year when you're looking to spend those funds on supplies for the next year of your Post-it maker, or throughout the year if you're stocking up. Keeping that ratio of 5 rolls of paper to 1 set of ink is really good. And the most important thing to remember there too is that paper never expires. Ink has a shelf life. So from time to time, our team will get a purchase order or request for, let's say, 15 ink tanks and only 2 rolls of paper. We know right away that ratio there is you're going to be out of paper very soon. And with 1 set of ink yielding you anywhere between 200 to 300 full-size posters, there's a good chance that your ink is going to either sit on the shelf for a long time, which runs the chance of expiring, or you're going to have to put in another order of paper if you have a large project anyway. So if you could remember that 5-to-1 ratio of 5 rolls of paper to every 1 set of ink as a general guideline, I think it will help you a lot. So in general, those are the main things that I wanted to make sure that we could communicate over to you, just to make this process for you in all of your dealings with PSS to be a little bit more effective and efficiently. I forgot to do an introduction in the beginning of this. I'm Gary. I'm the Chief Operating Officer with PSS. And on this webinar, we also have Jackie Barrett and Casey Nickel, and they are both a part of our customer operations team. And anybody who has been working with us for a few years probably has seen emails, talked to them on the phone. So hopefully, it helps to put a face with the name. I'm going to open it up to them too, just because, there are a lot of times where I miss things as I start. So I'm just going to open it up to them too, just to see if there is any additional points of reference that they want to share for you as well. Jackie?
Hello, Gary, I think you covered most of it. One thing I do want to say is if you do need us to give you a phone call and you call us and get our voicemail, just send us an email, say, hey, can I get someone on the phone? I'm free from this time to this time, and we'll make sure that we can call you in the times that you're available so we don't have that phone tag game.
Perfect. Casey, anything that you would want to add as well?
Hi, I think you covered pretty much everything.
Excellent. Well, for anyone that has joined us today, we really appreciate you taking the time out. What we'll do now is we're going to take this recording and we'll share it as a link out to all of our customers. Obviously, if there are any questions that you have afterwards, feel free to go to our website. You can contact us there, place your orders there, or feel free to send us an email at orders@pssk12.com. Thank you.